So George Clooney is directing a brand new movie for Amazon Studios, and it's finally coming out. Now, here's the tidbit. I'm not a big fan of George Clooney when he directs movies. There's only been like one or two that I actually like. Thankfully, The Tender Bar is easily his best movie. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back to a brand new movie review. Today we're going to be discussing The Tender Bar, directed by George Clooney, and it's about a boy growing up on Long Island, seeks out father figures among the patrons at his uncle's bar because his father left him. Now, of course, Ben Affleck stars as Uncle Charlie, Ty Sheridan plays as JR, Daniel Rennari plays as young JR, and Lily Rabe plays his mom. Plus, I can't forget to mention this, that Christopher Lloyd is in this, and he is so freaking good. It's my thing, The Tender Bar. I had heard a lot of good things about this, but when it was announced, I kind of just rolled my eyes and went, really? Another George Clooney directed movie? The last two movies that he has directed, I was not fans of at all. I just get tuned off. Love him as an actor. I just expect a lot more when it comes down to the directing. And again, like I said in my intro, this is easily his best movie yet. And in fact, I kind of see a couple Oscar nominations maybe coming in the limelight for this movie, depending on how it is pushed. Now, we'll discuss all that in a couple seconds, but I do want to let you guys know, if you guys are fans of movies and a big, just love in general talking movies, you are in the right place. I hope you guys make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, because you're in here. I love talking movies, and that is why I started this channel. So again, hit that like and subscribe button, as well as comment down below your guys' thoughts. Who's your favorite actor in here, and how do you guys like George Clooney directed movies? Let's discuss it. Starting with my pros, because I love talking about film appreciation, the one thing that I must mention is the performances. Now, flat out, Ben Affleck, I mean, he has grown into such a superstar when it comes down to acting. Any single role he takes on, I'm always there. Last Duel earlier this year, he was so charismatic and different and played a role that honestly should not have worked on paper, but absolutely did. And now again in The Tender Bar, a more crowd-pleasing type of drama here. But Ben Affleck's character, plays Uncle Charlie. Uncle Charlie's the kind of uncle you'd want in any sort of scenario, and he is phenomenal in here. I know his best performance probably came from last year's The Way Back, but I honestly might argue that this probably might be his actually best performance yet. I love him so much in this. I couldn't get enough of him in his interactions with his young nephew, either played by Daniel Rennari, who is incredible as young JR, or Ty Sheridan, who also is in here, and I really dug. Now, sometimes his accent comes in and out, but besides that, Ty Sheridan proves once again why he is a great up-and-coming actor to look out for, and anytime he shows up in something, I love it, and I want more of him. As well as Lily Rabe, who plays his mother, and Christopher Lloyd as Grandpa, both honestly great, and I can't get enough of either of those actors. In The Tender Bar, you come for the performances, but you leave getting this tender, heartwarming story that I think spans over such a big thing. It's pretty much based off a memoir, based on the actual true story of JR. And I think for me, that is one of the big things that I love about this movie, is because it just feels so personal. It doesn't try to do anything big or bombastic or even try to change the genre or even tell some big thematical difference. It's just a typical drama that you really expand and go into the story that some people are going to take a lot more away from, and it's just enjoyable. A lot of that does go down to the performances, like I mentioned with Ben Affleck or Ty Sheridan, but I loved the performances in here, which made me had such a great time with the film itself. And I do think that the screenplay from William Mahoney is a big aspect of this all. I think George Clooney tackling this on a directing style, I do have some weird choices when it comes down to like some of the cinematography or camera angles that he decided to use, and in the beginning it wasn't as like flashy or unique, and it was just a typical drama, which that's fine. I don't think for the story that you needed anything flashy, and then towards the back half he starts to do kind of these weird zoom-ins, and I'm like, why is this there? Even though again I'm talking about my pros and I'm a little bit mixed on some of the choices that Clooney made, the main choices that he does make when it comes down to characters and the way that he told these stories, that was the thing that really hooked me into this. And it's just, again, an enjoyable story that's tender and a feel-good movie that I think we honestly just need one of these per year. Surprisingly, we've actually gotten a lot of crowd-pleasing dramas earlier this year, like Belfast, King Richard, but The Tender Bar continues this with, again, it's tender, heartwarming, and it just has this soul to it that's kind of unforgettable and will probably stick with me for the rest of the year. When it comes down to The Tender Bar, it really much just hits you in the heart with its emotion and its characters, and again, its characters are the big aspect of why it makes this entire movie work. I enjoyed The Tender Bar for what it is. I think it's George Clooney's easily his best movie yet, and Ben Affleck probably and will be nominated for Best Supporting Actor. I don't know if he'll win, because Jamie Dornan was also incredible in Belfast, but I would love to see Ben Affleck nominated once again for a film like this. It's tender tender, it's sweet. If you're just looking for something to put a smile on your face and feel some sort of emotion, The Tender Bar will be there for you. It's easily Clooney's most relaxed back movie when it comes down to thematical avenues, and I appreciate that he did that, even if he does have some weird flashy choices with the directing, and even if I also say the film is a tad bit too long, but still, I really dug this one. I was surprised by it, and with all that said, I'm going to give The Tender Bar a B+. Thank you once again, guys, for watching this. You guys are seriously all the best. I can't wait to heir your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. Make sure to leave a comment, hit that like and subscribe button, head on over to Sandwich Films on how to see films early, and of course, it's a big day to you. Without you, I would not be able to do this. So, of course, until next time, stay classy.